Welcome into Hand Raised Guys, presented by Comer Heating and Air, Southern Air Conditioning and Heating. I'm Neal McCready. That is Chase Parham. In case we didn't know what we would talk about today, the SEC delivered the gift at about 3:30, 3:45. SEC going to a 9-game SEC schedule effective next season.
2026, yes.
Yes.
That's correct.
Yeah, and I figured they weren't going to revamp the schedules this year.
Would feel a little complicated at that point, but 2026, 9 games. It will still be one division, just like now. There will be 3 permanents, and there will be 6 rotating. It allows you to be home and away of every team over a 4-year period for those those dozens of players that stay at the one school all 4 years. They'll be able to play on every campus over the course of their tenure. When that happens, we have not seen it announced, but scuttlebutt and just what we all know, Mississippi State, LSU, and Arkansas will be Ole Miss's 3 permanent.
Is that what you think?
I feel very certain.
Oh,
about
wow.
that.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
It sort of follows the format that they bandied about a long time ago of you kind of faced one upper, then one in whatever you were.
Oh, yeah, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And or 2 wherever you were.
Well, Ole Miss is getting a gift then because they're getting 1 upper and 2 lower.
Yeah. They're cooking with gas
because they're not getting a
considered a lower because of budgets.
Oh. Interesting.
So, good day to be Lane Kiffin if that's the case.
And for the people that wonder, like, why are they doing this? Money.
Does it tell you, though, they had until December to do this. Does it tell you that the little birdies told you, hey, go ahead and the playoff will work itself out for you?
Yeah, I don't know if you saw the story. I can't remember who wrote it. Tyler pointed this out to me a minute ago after we finished McCready and Siskey. There was a story that came out yesterday that using a couple of new metrics for the playoff thing.
Yeah.
He was like, hey, that was a sign to something to come.
Yeah.
And he was clairvoyant, or he knew something, because sure enough, I mean, like within 30 minutes of him leaving the house, it happened. And he was saying this was coming. You and I talked about this. You can't leave. I've heard $9-10 million a year on the table in an era when everything is about money.
That's probably about the right number, because I heard the first offer was 5. Everyone said no, and then they went back to the table. So I will assume with you that is probably where that is ending up.
Yeah, I mean, you knew where it was kind of headed, so that's where they are. All right, we're going to tell some people about the people that make this show possible.
And then we'll get into it.
And we also have our Miller High Life. We've got our Aperol. We're going to do the test.
What's it called? Somebody help me in the stream.
Someone help in the stream.
Is there a restaurant in Jackson that has this on the menu? Do we get that right?
You're asking me questions I can't answer. Well, here's what I can tell you. If you go to 24/7 Sports right now, though, Tyler Comas working on a story about what this might mean for Ole Miss.
Yep.
He's working on it as we speak. And then in the meantime, there's a story on Lucas Canero, the kicker for Ole Miss. And there is comprehensive coverage of when's the softball season start?
February.
February. Well, we got it covered in August. I mean, covered, smothered, covered.
It's one of those days where when the network starts looking around, people go, hey, that Ole Miss site, they're going to lead this thing 3 of the last 4 months. And they go over there and go, there's softball and a book review during camp.
So much.
That's what's happened today.
So much softball. So much.
That's where we are. Snack Bar in Oxford has it on the menu. Sorry, I haven't been to Snack Bar.
Oh, is that right?
So, yeah, that's what Wicked says.
Okay. I believe him.
No, yeah, absolutely.
A
I didn't know
spaghetti?
that.
That's
what he's called, a spaghetti. Okay, I didn't know that.
Oh, I didn't either.
I was not carded when I procured the Miller High Life a few minutes ago. I didn't get ID'd.
I didn't think you would.
They told me I could, no problem.
I mean, you look youthful, but you don't look that youthful.
Yeah, I had them both out, and he goes, "Yeah, hey, it's fine." I was like, "Okay, fine."
I got pissed off the other day. Everybody in my party but me got carded, and I was like, "Listen, I'm the one that's picking up the check." All right, we're brought to you by Comer Heating and Air, Southern Air Conditioning and Heating. I know it's insane to think about now here at the end of August as the weather is hot, although there's a hint of cool on its way. It'll get hot again. And then after that, it'll start to get cool because that's sort of how seasons work. And so at some point in the next couple months, get them to come out and make sure your heater works. It's going to get cold, and when it does, you're going to crank that heater up, and sometimes that can lead to a lot of problems. So get them to come out, check it out. They'll do that. If you live in Oxford, Batesville, Tupelo, those areas, call our friends at Comer, 662-801-1777. And if you live in Memphis, South Haven, Hernando, Olive Branch, those areas, call Southern, 662-429-4429. We are in the Clark Ford Studios. Clark Ford is in Amory, Mississippi, 662-257-1900. Call that number. Ask for Corey Clark. Tell Corey what Ford product you're looking for. He'll send you a quote within 15 minutes in business hours. Right to the bottom line. No hassle, no haggle. You get your quote. The rest is up to you. You shop that quote around. Do what I've done, what I recommend that you do, and that's hop into a Clark Ford today. 662-257-1900. Guest join on the Campbell Clinic Hotline. Campbell Clinic. From fractures and sports injuries to complex spine and limb conditions, the pediatric orthopedic physicians at Campbell Clinic in Oxford are the only specialized pediatric orthopedic team. I'll have to go get some lemon juice. I'll handle it.
Do we have lemon juice?
I'll get a lemon. I'll squeeze it real quick, and I'll bring it up. It's all good.
All right.
In North Mississippi, providing expert care for growing bodies. Visit CampbellClinicOxford.com to schedule an appointment or call 901-759-3111. And while I'll go do that now, and while I do that, you can tell the people about Blue Sky and your initial thoughts about the 9-game schedule.
Blue Sky locations all over the state of Mississippi, up in I-55 throughout North Mississippi as well, all the way down to the epicenter in Macomb. They take care of you. And if there's a Blue Sky, there's probably a Sweet Daddy's nearby as well. They can handle your lunch specials, $5.69, 2 sides of bread, any size fountain drink. Also can handle your catering options depending on what you want to take advantage of there, whether it be just feeding your family, extended family, or something larger, corporate events. Let them take care of you. They got proteins, side items, desserts, and much more. So at the 9-game, what used to be what we thought was a guarantee. I think as soon as that topic had come up and all the energy was put that way, and then we had this lull last year that even continued through Media Day a few weeks ago, or I guess now a month ago, whenever it was, middle of July, that, hey, maybe we're wrong. Maybe if they don't get the playoffs sorted out the way that the SEC wants, they're going to stay at 8. They already have so much sort of name value off that 8-game schedule. And then today we saw tea leaves. As Neal had mentioned, Siski pointed out during their show that analytics playing a different part in the selection process for the college football playoff. And that was very much a harbinger of what was to come here with this 9-game schedule. Somebody asking about states permanence. Says it wouldn't be shot by Ole Miss, Alabama, and Kentucky. That would make some sense. Yeah, I wouldn't. That's as good a guess as anything. Ole Miss, Bama, and Kentucky. I could go there with that. Yeah, Ole Miss has very few Power 4 opponents on its schedule moving forward. Very, very few. Let me pull that up real quick. Let's see. Because they even have a couple games scheduled that I don't think are going to actually happen, or at least look at you. That was fast.
That's a freshly squeezed lemon, sir.
Is it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's see. I mean, nothing but the best there. We didn't go get the juice and just pour it. So Ole Miss, from a Power 4 standpoint, game, they have Washington State, counts this year. They do not have one in 26. They're at Charlotte, a game that I think is going to stick. And Wofford next year. Nothing else. That's all for now. So they need one more, but it needs to be a Power 4 if that is still staying as a rule. I have not seen.
Oh, it is the rule. Yes.
Yeah, so they are.
Yes,
they need a Power 4 then for 26.
This tells you, real quick, I don't know what you said. This tells me that TV is, A, that the deal's close, and that, B, the TV partner said, listen, we're not doing this. Let's go.
Yeah. 27, they have Oregon State. Will that still count in 27? Do we know the answer to that?
I don't know the answer.
I don't either. Charlotte on a home trip back in 27. 28, Alcorn State and South Alabama are the only games. And I think the 2029 game at South Alabama is going to be canceled.
Okay.
So my guess is that 2028 game is going to be canceled too. I highly doubt the Jags are coming to Oxford without the return trip. Maybe I'm wrong. That is complete speculation on my part.
Yeah, I would.
But they currently have a contract for a home and home, and I do not believe Ole Miss ever makes the trip to Mobile for that game. I'm somewhat sourced on that.
I would agree. I would agree.
That's kind of where we are.
Hey, caller, who's this? Hey, caller, you're on.
Okay.
Sorry.
Just right off the top, right
It is
there.
what it is. You got to get off the device.
Gotta go.
Get off. You can't do it based on your device. It's too long. It sounds terrible.
If Oregon State counts, then Ole Miss has them in 27 and 30. Virginia Tech in 32, Purdue 33, Purdue in 34, and then, by God, absolutely that Virginia Tech return trip in 2037 because the sport will look just like it does now then.
Yeah, I can't even.
In 12 years.
All right, so how do we do the drink here? Let's
right.
do the drink.
Are you ready to do the drink?
Yeah, I kind of need a drink.
All right, so we do we got to take a little bit out of the Miller High Lifes, which we have done. And I guess we're just going to wing what we think to be 1.5 ounces to 2 ounces of Aperol. Is that the plan here?
Sure. And then I don't know how much. It's just a splash of lemon juice. Is that right?
Half an ounce.
Half an ounce. Hey, caller, who's this?
Hey, this is Will Murphy. How y'all guys doing?
Hey, we're good. How are you?
Pretty good. Hey, I was just calling to ask you about the Memphis topic y'all were talking about earlier with Jeffrey this morning. I mean, I kind of had a little point of view that may be similar to what Gary Parrish and Jeffrey were saying. But I think my viewpoint with what y'all were saying about not being able to renew the lease and not being able to do upgrades to the FedEx form and all that, and losing attendance, is that, I mean, the perception is most definitely true. Having grown up around Memphis my whole life, born and raised, I mean, the perception's true. I'm a diehard Grizzlies fan. I haven't been to a game in 2 years. It's not because I don't follow them. I mean, it's partially because I moved down to North Mississippi, but that's also the reason I don't go. I left Memphis for a reason. It was kind of getting rough. My wife's car got broken into a lot. It was rough for her to go to the gas station, and I just didn't feel safe with myself working on the road so much. To be able to leave her at home and feel comfortable. I don't know. What y'all's take? I didn't listen to the whole morning show.
I thought more from a journalism standpoint is where it's where I think. I was very interested because it felt like Gary had been given some encouragement to talk about that, which tells me that the Grizzlies are ready to play hardball with the city.
But it doesn't mean they're wrong. I do think a lot of suburbanites don't feel comfortable downtown. And at the end of the day, when you're 50-50 on whether to do it or not, it's enough to swing you one way or the other.
Well, look, I'll say this. I'll own this. When Aka was here for the better part of a year, his parents at one point messaged me and said, Aka really wants to go to an NBA game. Could we buy tickets to a Grizzlies game and maybe he and Carson could go? And I said, I promise you I'm taking him to an NBA game. We're going to Oklahoma City in March. And I said, the truth is I wouldn't feel all that safe with Carson and Aka walking outside of the arena at night after a game if they took a wrong turn. Is that fair? I don't know.
I mean, yeah, I would agree.
Perception is reality.
Yeah, I would agree. And honestly, Jeffrey's point about the parking lots was actually really good. He put it very well this morning.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, my wife and I and, say, my buddies, I'm getting older. I don't have as many friends I spend enough time with. But say I get my wife, my buddy out, we want to go to a game. We don't get out of hell that often. And we park in like an open parking spot in this huge parking lot across from the FedEx Forum that has little to no lighting. Hell, it's going to cost me $25-30 on game day. And I have like random dudes eyeing me down, or I have somebody coming up to my wife making her uncomfortable. I mean, it's honestly, like, Jeffrey had a great point. Like, it's honestly too much. I don't feel unsafe, but I don't feel great. Like, I don't.
Well, unpleasant was the perfect word.
Unpleasant is the perfect word, and I can compare it to this, right? So I was in Milwaukee when Ole Miss was there for the NCAA tournament, and I walked from my hotel to the arena, which was about 0.6 of a mile. I never once felt unsafe. I went to Oklahoma City twice this season, once in the regular season for a full weekend, once for the NBA Finals Game 2. I never once thought about safety walking from our hotel when we stayed at the Colcord to the arena and back or around that area. Safety never crossed my mind. Not one time. I mean, other than like, hey, let's make sure we don't walk out in traffic and get hit by a car or something. But I never worried about security, I think is the right word. It was very pleasant as opposed to unpleasant. The walk in Milwaukee was pleasant. Oklahoma City was very pleasant. I thought at the time when Stephen A. Smith said the things that he said, I thought that was interesting because I just sort of know how things work, and that felt sort of out of the blue. And when something out of the blue happens, I always suspect that somebody planted it. I've just been around media long enough to sort of know it. Like sometimes you'll get a question at a press conference and you're like, that was planted. And 99 times out of 100, you're right. And I have a lot of respect for Gary. I like Gary. I just thought he wouldn't have gone that strong without at least vetting that a little bit first. My opinion. I could be wrong. I'm not saying that Gary's not a courageous reporter or whatnot, because he is. But, I mean, that's Grind City Media, which is under the same umbrella with the Grizzlies. That felt connected, and hey, that's not a criticism of Gary either. It's just that's how things work. But that felt like a shot across the bow at the city of Memphis. Like, hey, get your shit together, or we can leave. And the NBA is talking about expansion here in the next few years. There's some teams that are pushing back, but we just saw it with the SEC announcement today. There's more money to be made if you expand. If there's more money to be made, you're going to go make it. And if you're the Grizzlies organization, before you let I don't know what they would be, but before you let two attractive destinations disappear to expansion franchises, you want to make sure you've got your stuff in order. And this kind of felt like that to me. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Jeffrey's right, that they've got 10 more years to figure it out, but it felt different than that to me.
I think you're 100% right. But to get off kind of I wouldn't call them low-down topics, but kind of soppy, you talked about Oklahoma City and how well it was and how you never felt unsafe or unpleasant, as y'all put it. How do you feel about downtown? I've been to Oklahoma City a bunch for work. How do you feel about that brick area? I forget the name of it.
Bricktown.
There's a couple good restaurants down there, the kind of touristy area.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that? I really like that area, in that Midtown area. Right up that road. I can't remember the name of it. Literally Chesapeake Arena, whatever it's called now.
It's on Reno. Yeah.
But you go up that road to Midtown.
Yeah. Bricktown's.
There are so many great pubs and breweries.
Yeah. They're totally about to renovate Bricktown completely. They're building a massive skyscraper. Oklahoma City's thriving. That city is. They've got we've been there enough now that there's a couple of areas that I kind of like better than Bricktown. I like Paseo, and there's an area that I can't even think of the name of it, but there's a restaurant called The Mule that it's in that area. I like that area a lot. The area near the arena where they built that new Omni Hotel, it's got some restaurants around that. They've got Scissortail Park that people go to now. I mean, Oklahoma City's thriving. That team and that franchise and that city are pretty connected. And, they've been fortunate because they've drafted well, and Sam Presti's built a winner and all of those things. But, the city's really cool. Like I know a lot of Ole Miss people are going up there for the Oklahoma game and are staying in Oklahoma City. I suspect they're really going to like it. It's still a little sleepy in spots, but it's changed. And the one thing you never really feel is you don't feel. I've never felt. I've been there a bunch for a bunch of Thunder games. I never once felt unsafe. I never worried about whether we were safe going back to our hotel. And we used to stay at hotels in Bricktown, so we had a pretty decent walk after games. I never once worried about whether, we were okay when it was me and Carson when he was a little boy. I never considered whether we were vulnerable. Maybe I should have, but I didn't. And I think that was Jeffrey's point today. Whether you should or shouldn't feel vulnerable in Memphis when you're walking downtown, most people do.
Yeah. Well, I'll get Eddie else here. I really appreciate y'all taking my call.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks.
Appreciate it.
I mean, another place you're seeing it again, as you said, I don't know the statistics. I don't know what's actually happening. I have no idea. But I've got a lot of friends that. So here's another thing, not just NBA games that, and I'm kind of one of these. I try to go to several a year when I can. Is the theater?
Yeah.
And suddenly they're doing a lot more matinees instead of the 7:30.
I thought you were going to say
night.
concerts because this is the other part. Is these big arenas.
No, I was saying the Orpheum for the Broadway.
Yeah. But to your point, if concert acts don't, and Gary said this is the case, if concert acts don't want to come there, you have a problem with an arena like that.
So
because when you build an NBA or an NHL arena or both, one of the ways you pay for it is through the concerts. It's not just the 41 NBA home games; it's concerts. The drink's really good, actually.
It makes it almost sort of with a hint of sweetness.
Yeah,
it has a balance to it. Now, I would still, if you're going to make me that drink, I'd still rather the beer be Prosecco. But I got no issue with it.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, sure.
For a base, I'd rather have the Prosecco.
Yeah, I love a good Aperol Spritz.
Just saying.
I'm all in. The lemon's a difference maker, though. It's good.
And we have that. Nobody popped the Prosecco the other night at our get-together. It just stayed there. We're not at the moment. I'm just saying it is.
I don't have to drive home.
I'm good. No, thanks. I'm ready to see what happens.
Someone said Oklahoma City is the meh-est city in America, and someone comes back with that's not bad these days. Listen, I can't speak for everybody, but if you're 50 years old and you're going to a game or a concert with your wife or your kids, or you're in your 40s and your 30s or taking your young kids, there's worse things than meh.
Okay, so if Wicked Brew is correct, he says per SEC announcement, high-quality non-conference has to mean ACC, Big 10, Big 12, or Notre Dame. That means Oregon State would not be applicable.
So Ole Miss has some schedule work to do.
They do. That is what that would mean. Correct.
Tell me again, who's on the schedule next season?
Next year, it's just Wofford and Charlotte.
So they've got work to do.
Well, right now, if that is the rule, they have work to do because they don't have a single one until 2032 scheduled.
Oh, that's Purdue.
That's Virginia Tech.
Okay. Purdue's after that.
Purdue's 33-34. Charlotte, Wofford, 26. Charlotte, Oregon State, 27. South Alcorn, 28.
So you think the Charlotte series happens?
Keith told me, 2 months ago that the Charlotte series did not appear to be one that was getting moved.
I'm curious whether this changes that.
And it could.
I don't know.
Sure.
Yeah.
Here's
by the way, before we
Charlotte one is a problem because it's played in the on campus. They're not playing at the Panthers Park. That's the issue. It's so damn tiny.
Why? Who did this?
I don't know. I don't think I can blame Pete for this one. Because that's the thing. They went and did the thing at Yeoman at Tulane last year, and afterwards Ole Miss said never again, and they're not going to. They're not going to play Tulane again unless Tulane plays in the Superdome.
I don't know if you saw it. John Summerall was campaigning for an LSU Tulane series, and he said, "Hey, we'll play in Baton Rouge and then at the Superdome."
They were not giving Ole Miss that option. Last I heard.
Yeah. And if I'm Ole Miss, I say I don't. There's no way I ever.
No, they were not playing at Yeoman Stadium again.
Play in the Dome. But now you've got 9 league games, a P4 game. Presumably your other 2 games, you're going to want them at home. That's the reason I'm talking about going to Charlotte. Because if you have 9, do the math. 9 is an odd number. One year you're going to have 4 SEC home games. The next year you're going to have 5. On the year that you have 4, you're not going to want to give away one of your other home games to go to a non-P4. And where this is headed, boys and girls, is the committee is about to put. Here's my next prediction, and I'm sourced on this. You're going to find out that the analytics on this are going to be such that, let's say 8-4 Ole Miss is getting in front of 11-1 Louisville.
Oh yeah,
that's where we're headed.
That's the irony of this is that a lot of the other leagues outside of the Big Ten that go, see, play 9, and they're going, metrically they're about to smoke you. is what it's about to happen, guys.
1,000,000%. Hey, who do we have? Hey, caller, turn your device down. You're on.
Hey guys, it's Austin.
What's up, Austin?
Hey, Austin, how are you?
Good. Can you guys hear me?
We can. There's a bit of a delay, but we can hear you. Go ahead. Yeah, you're good.
My bad. Well, I wanted to ask y'all something real quick, but before I do, I just wanted to touch on something that y'all were hinting at just a second ago. With going to 9 games, and obviously, the whole Power 4 out of the whole whatever that looks like. Do you think that this is going to open the door for Disney and the SEC to expand to maybe 18 teams sooner than we thought?
Yes.
Me too.
Yes.
I think it's a matter of time.
I think
maybe a really quickly matter of time.
I think it's a matter of a short period of time. Yeah, I mean, again, I'll put myself in the shoes of hand-raised guy in Chapel Hill. Right now, I realize it's 6 o'clock in the afternoon there, so it's probably not happening. But if they're in a meeting right now, hand-raised guys is throwing stuff at the wall.
Someone call Birmingham.
Yeah, I mean, he or she is trying to get people's attention going. I don't know what more I can say.
You idiots.
Yeah, he is pouring.
Hey, Bubba.
I mean, he is drinking and she is drinking and just throwing stuff.
It's Everclear mixed into her Miller Lite.
Furious because
Highlights,
you got to do something. Yeah, absolutely. 1,000,000%.
So,
go ahead. Well, I was just going to say, and there's a dance to be danced, but it feels like now we're into formality land because it's yes, the SEC. This is a major. The SEC had leverage. We can just stay at 8. I mean, look around. I mean, the SEC goes. I mean, LSU, Tennessee, Ole Miss, whoever. Ole Miss is going to play Georgia State next Saturday. It's going to be packed. It's going to be jam-packed. I mean, they go, hey, we don't have to play good teams. Our people show up. You want us to do this, you have to pay. And so somebody paid, and the SEC in turn said, okay, and now we'll give away the leverage. So, yeah, there's a lot there. And yes, I do think there's a place where the two power leagues, the Big Ten and the SEC, whether it's to 18 each or 20 each, and they just set up a schedule. Here's where I think this is headed. And this is not all that sourced. This is just kind of guessing. I think this is headed where the two power leagues are going to play 9 conference games each, and the 3 non-conference games are going to be against each other. And the metrics are going
I agree.
And the metrics are going to be such that 8-4 Ole Miss or 8-4 Penn State or whoever, right? Whatever. LSU, Texas, whatever. I don't care. Whatever team you want to put in there is going to get – they're going to set up a 16-team playoff where basically it's 6 teams out of the SEC and 6 teams out of the Big Ten, and then the rest of you peasants can have one each and whatever. We're going to make a –
This is the bracket. Take it or leave it.
This is – yeah, and if you don't like that, then great. We'll play a 16-team league with 8 teams out of the Big Ten and 8 teams out of the SEC, and we'll just count.
And guess what? Everyone's going to watch.
And we'll just count our money. Right. I mean, that's their leverage, and I think they're finally going to use it because, look, if everything is about money and paying players, then you can't leave money on the table.
100%. I have a sneaky feeling that this time, 2.5, 3 years from now, Tennessee, Clemson is a conference game, and Ole Miss and North Carolina is a conference game. That's just me.
Yeah, I'd buy that.
But hey, I wanted to touch on this. I fell down a realignment rabbit hole during the off season, and I actually had way more fun with it than I thought I would. Fun fact, I'm not sure if you guys know this or not, and this is a pretty cool alternate history kind of thing here. Did you know that before the SEC became what it was in the 1920s, I found this out. This is really interesting. The old Southwest Conference, the one with pretty much all the Texas schools and Arkansas.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When it was first bandied about, when it was first getting serious about who they were going to add, two schools that got invited to the initial meetings that ultimately turned them down to go to the SEC were LSU and Ole Miss.
Oh.
Alternate history real quick for both of you. If hypothetically LSU and Ole Miss were in the Southwest Conference for all those years, number one, is Ole Miss in the SEC today? And number two, if they are, when did that happen?
I mean, probably
They would have had a good shot
by now, yeah.
By now, for sure.
Mississippi State would have been screwed.
Oh.
I think.
I
think we identified it as Hume, the guy that was the leader of Ole Miss, picking the SEC over all these other options. I mean, build a statue even higher.
Yeah.
Just as high as you can build that damn thing for that cat.
Old Mr. Hume.
I think he just has a math building named after him right now. That's not enough.
That's not sufficient.
That is not enough what that cat did for this place.
That feels inadequate.
I think he was the representative that chose the SEC over the Southwest Conference and made sure Ole Miss was an SEC, not an ACC offshoot when they started splitting.
What was his first name?
Alfred, I think.
Alfred.
Alfred or Albert or something like that.
It might be time to bring the bear back and just call him Al.
Because that cat.
Because I'm just saying. Okay, I mean, you want to talk about like monumental people in your school's history. I mean,
dude who fought and said, nope, the SEC is the way to go.
Yeah.
Yes, it was, Al.
Someone give his family residuals every year.
Oh,
I mean, because the world where you're not in the SEC is not a good world.
No, it's not.
Yeah, Alfred Hume. He was the chancellor of the university from 32 to 35.
Oh, Alfred.
That's him.
I mean,
go ask Southern Miss how being an in-state university is outside of the SEC right now. It's not going good for him.
Yeah, no.
Okay, this dude, seriously, check this out.
All right.
So he was maybe and I've done a lot of research on this. I tried to do a story on it a couple years ago, and I couldn't quite get enough for a story, but I have come to the conclusion he is the guy that represented Ole Miss when the SEC was formed and made sure they were there. Also, in 1935, he prevented Governor Theodore Bilbo from moving Ole Miss to Jackson.
I mean,
also during his tenure.
This dude's a regular hero.
I mean, this cat.
This guy is the George Washington of Ole Miss. Like,
how does he only have a math building?
I mean, what in the world? I mean, listen, no offense, Chase.
Thank you very much.
Because, I'm trying to get Chase on the damn baseball broadcast team, but I'm starting to think that this is a bigger cause.
Hume Hall was dedicated in 1968 as housing the Department of Mathematics.
People hate math. What are we doing? I mean, this is so wrong. I mean,
he graduated from Vanderbilt.
Who cares? No, I mean, this dude. I mean,
he's from Beech Grove, Tennessee. Died in 1950 on Christmas Day.
Where's he buried?
Here, Oxford Memorial Cemetery.
See?
Why are we only pouring stuff on Faulkner's grave? Cat.
I mean, I mean,
someone give this man's family's residuals for the rest of their days.
There needs to be some fine champagne on his grave soon. That dude saved Ole Miss.
That is a good point here. Is like, look, I'm keeping this very nuanced to that one fact because Bilbo got a lot of stuff going on in his governorship. But he wanted to combine Ole Miss and State, put them in Jackson, and have one college in the capital was his. Because the biggest mistake ever was when they allowed State to do the land grant wherever instead of just simply combining them and saying no, one school. You'd be operating a little different situation right now. Well, I mean, Oxford only won by one vote over Mississippi City as the initial campus.
Where's that?
Down the coast.
Well, Chase, you're you might know this. I'm born and raised Pontotoc County. There was serious consideration for it being Pontotoc. once upon a time.
Wow. There's an alternate universe right there.
That is interesting.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, that made sense too. I
Go
mean,
ahead.
yeah. I get that.
I mean, I'm going to guess there was a day where Pontotoc and Oxford were pretty similar places.
You think?
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm just saying.
6 of
that
one,
day
half a
is
dozen of the
long
other at
past.
some point.
I love Pontotoc just as much as anybody, but that day is long past.
That's Mississippi City is now part of Gulfport.
Yeah.
A big SEC city.
Can I just
Gulfport would be a different place if you put an SEC school in
Oh,
it
that would have
now.
been a different ball of wax down there.
That LSU Ole Miss rivalry would have been some.
That'd
kind
be
of
pretty intense
that'd
right
be
now,
some
wouldn't it?
kind of intense.
Well, it would. I tell you who that would have benefited the most would be State obviously because they have the North Mississippi to themselves.
Yeah.
But it would help Memphis a lot.
Yeah.
It'd be
Yeah.
a big Memphis positive. Yeah, that's a good point. Jay Robertson said they named the damn town Oxford to win. That's fair.
Yeah. Theodore
really quick,
Theodore
I'll let you
Bilbo is our version of Huey Long or whatever.
Yeah, I was trying to be careful with all the applause there. A lot going on in his bio,
Yeah.
if you will.
last thing I'll say, and then I'll let y'all keep going. I'll keep listening to the show. I wanted to address the obvious, like the hypocrisy today, this week, about this whole rushing the field situation has been just rich to me, the hypocrisy in it. Because if you want, and I'm not going to sit here and argue whether rushing the field is right or wrong, but I just wish they'd call it what it is. Like, you're going to potentially kick people out of getting tickets in the future, and you're going to find, and as a league, you're going to find schools that rush the field. But you and your media partners glorify this field rushing like there's no tomorrow time.
1 million
ESPN shows all the highlights and replays and puts it in the packages and
leads the
deal.
broadcast with it, glorifies it everywhere where it happens. Everywhere where it happens.
But allegedly, it's the worst thing in the world.
Well,
Allegedly, it's the worst thing in the world, and yet we see it 500 times.
What you have is every time it happens, there's a recipe for absolute disaster. When it happens, there is a recipe for tragedy. And finally, someone is like, hey, we just can't keep having this. It's too risky.
My opinion, they need to do one of two things. Either just stop signing the schools and just let them all deal with it on an individual basis how they want to deal with it. Or number two, keep signing them, but don't show it. Don't glorify it. Just stop putting it in commercials. Stop putting it on social media. Just stop it.
Well, you saw this with basketball, and I realize football is a bigger deal, but you saw it with basketball. If you tell the kids, we're going to let you on the court, if you'll just give it 30 seconds or give it 1 minute, they typically obey.
Right.
You saw that in basketball all over the league last year.
They were good about it. Yeah.
And so I think if, like, in a world where I'm trying to think of one where that would be a big upset, like, I don't know.
Football?
Yeah. Ole Miss doesn't have a game like that this year. I'm trying to think of one. Let's say
Kentucky beats Georgia at home.
Yeah, Kentucky beats Georgia at home. I think if you announce near the end, hey, please, we're going to let you on the field.
3 minutes.
Please refrain.
Please obey the countdown clock on the video board.
And then we're going to let you on the field, and we'll let you stay and take 1,000 pictures with all your friends and stuff. I think 99.99% of the Kentucky students, and it's the students who take the field, 99.99% of the UK students would say cool. Well, because they just want to get on the field and take their Instagram photos. Yeah, if Arkansas beat Notre Dame, you told the kids, hey,
rush the field.
Yeah, but if you tell them, hey, we're going to let you on the field.
3 minutes.
We're going to let you stay on the field for an hour and take pictures and celebrate. Just wait, let the Notre Dame people off the field. They're going to do it. They're going to do it.
And it's not people. It's not just young people. Not to out myself, but last year when we beat Georgia, I saw plenty of people 50-plus on the field.
Yeah, but those people would wait for sure because it's going to be even more safe and orderly at that point.
Absolutely.
I mean, didn't some kid from an Ole Miss kid get a broken leg or something pretty bad at the Georgia game?
Yeah, it sounds right.
I mean, that could have been disastrous. So I don't know. I mean, I get where they're coming from. From a liability standpoint, they just have to do something.
I just think it's a really bad precedent to fine the schools for it, and yet you put it on every single commercialized item you can find.
You're completely correct.
Oh, absolutely. There's no question about that. And the schools, and real quick, the schools are bad about it. Like the schools are bad about it. They'll put out. The schools themselves will put out stuff that's got the pictures of the field storming. They'll tweet out social media stuff with it. I mean, all the schools are really bad about it. And then they'll be like, "Oh, we have to stop this." Well, then stop promoting it. Yeah, no question. I agree completely.
Either don't fine them at all and just let each school police it how they see fit, or keep the fines but stop putting it on commercials and everything.
100%.
Yep.
Just one or the other. Before I go, Neal, the show this afternoon with Tyler, by far probably one of my favorite things I've ever done on this network. Really appreciate the show with Tony Mandrich. It was really great.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, he was great. Great story. He was fantastic. We appreciate that very much. Thank you.
Thanks, Austin.
Y'all know me. Always a sucker for Faith Talks. Y'all have a good one. Bye.
Yeah, if you haven't watched that or listened to that, Tony Mandrich was on today. He talked about his addiction to painkillers. Everybody talks about the steroids, but it was the painkillers and the alcohol that kind of ruined his career. And then he redeemed himself with the Colts, and he talked about his faith and things of that nature. It was a very compelling hour with Tony Mandrich, who was the number 2 pick in the 1989 NFL draft.
Ahead of Barry Sanders.
Yeah, and Deion Sanders.
Yeah. It's true.
Hey, caller, you're on. Who's this?
Hey, Steve from Greenville. How y'all doing?
Hey, Steve. We're good. How are you?
All right. Hey, I want to run something by you.
All right.
As I've told y'all before, my next door neighbor's daughter is going to USC, and she's a journalism major. And I've been listening to tapes of her classes, just trying to learn more about what y'all learn. Because, well, traditionally I just say tell what happened and move on. But anyway, she has a professor named Sullivan, who, by the way, is an award-winning journalist and leading authority, according to him, on journalism ethics.
Oh,
okay.
And he says that reporters should refrain from taking any gifts from any event they cover or any politician that they cover. He said even something as small as a box of popcorn is designed to influence you and looks poorly on your role as a journalist.
That is a pretty common methodology for ethics professors. My ethics professor at Ole Miss had the exact same thought. Kathleen Wickham, loved her to death. Still alive, love her to death. She was very frustrated at the fact that I was in class with an SEC baseball tournament backpack. That had her quite up in arms when I was in college with that.
I get it.
And look, it's not overly wrong. There's also a big scoreboard up there, and there's only so much that anyone could do to maneuver how something goes when the game is out in front of you. I don't have a problem if you made me pay for everything and didn't give me a gift ever. I'm actually kind of on the side of the professor here in a lot of ways.
Same.
Now, they will have to change the organization, though, of the event to allow us the ability to eat and drink. Like, you have to give me some option even if I pay for it, and that's some of the problem is there's literally nothing to do but take the complimentary food and drink over 7 hours. I mean, so what do you do?
Right.
But at baseball, I bring in food all the time. That's a pretty common thing for me.
Okay, so let me ask you this: if taking a gift from, say, the Sugar Bowl, is that the same as taking a gift from the coach you cover? Say a T-shirt.
Well, I mean, the biggest difference in that is that the coach. I mean, it's kind of nuanced. Let me think through it for a second. The coach is at least in theory of ethics as we're talking about. If you believe now, look, maybe they're just being nice. I mean, maybe that is very possible. It has no second motive.
So it's free being nice.
But a little bit of both. I think it was, hey, let's all be on one team. I don't think it was overly calculated, but I do think the thought was that would help influence coverage to some extent. Yeah, I do believe that. Taking a gift from a bowl.
Okay.
Are you more likely to say positive things about the bowl? Yes. So that's definitely working, but not the game inside the bowl. Does that make sense? Like we brag on the Cotton Bowl and the Sugar Bowl all the time for the way they run things. The Peach Bowl. The Peach Bowl is awesome. And some of that has to do with media availability and those things. But no, some of that has to do with the events and the gifts and all the food. There's no doubt about that. So they 100% manipulate the coverage of the bowl game. But when I say that, I mean the actual bowl event, not the game being played. There's a little bit of difference there. They're not trying to make sure you play up one team or another of the actual game. The Chick-fil-A people want you to say awesome things about the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl.
Yes.
And it works every damn time.
Yeah.
There is no doubt that the food and drinks around bowl games influences coverage of said bowl game. Period.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not deep, but
no, I mean, what really influences is how they access and make your job easy and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean,
but those are pretty formulaic among the access bowls and very similar.
Yeah, sure.
And I have a much higher opinion of the Cotton Bowl and the Chick-fil-A Bowl than I do the Sugar Bowl. And a lot of that's because simply access and location and things along those lines.
Yeah.
So no, I think they get you that way. I'm guilty.
All right. One more thing, Neal. I think we're going to one conference instead of two. Here's how I think it's going to play out.
It's possible.
I want to be the lawyer is in charge of that.
Yeah.
Because he's got a lot coming.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
Well, hold on.
Listen.
Virginia, North Carolina come to the SEC. Where does Notre Dame go?
Right now, they're being totally protected, staying independent. But at some point,
but everybody's making sure they're okay. Everybody's giving Notre Dame a nice pillow.
Well, I mean, you talk about everybody like Notre Dame's getting all the gifts. Yes. Everyone just pets them on the head and goes, "Hey, we're going to figure it out for you. Don't worry."
Well,
the SEC would be more appealing to Notre Dame if North Carolina and Virginia were in the league. There's no doubt about that. It would give him the academic thing they're obsessed with.
Well, Notre Dame's ego would never let them come to the SEC.
Never's a big word. Don't use that word.
Never.
Don't use that word. Bad word.
Not when they can go to the Big Ten and make more money. And then it brings up the question, who goes with them? And the guy I was reading this week gave 4 reasons why he said Texas A&M will be the one to jump.
People keep talking about that, just kind of out on the periphery over and over again. They don't want to be bedfellows with the Longhorns.
That's 1. Academics is 2. Money is 3. You add in Notre Dame and Texas A&M, you're looking at 10 to 15 million more per school per year than what the SEC's getting.
Sure.
Yeah, probably.
And then, and you still got that national schedule because of USC and UCLA. And then, of course, and said once that happens, it'll be a matter of time. They'll come and cherry pick which SEC schools they want and move them into the Big Ten.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because it's all about money.
Greg Sankey's a powerful dude. I don't know.
Well,
I'm just.
It'll take years.
A lot of years, and a lot can happen in years. I don't know.
All right.
All right, Steve.
Enjoy the show.
Yeah, I enjoy it. I mean, we'll see.
Okay.
Yep. Thanks.
Thing I keep hearing is the SEC doesn't want Florida State, Miami, Clemson. They just don't want them.
No, I think it's North Carolina, Virginia, then maybe North Carolina State.
Yeah.
That's what it feels. That's what the
hell. I think they like Virginia Tech more than they like
Florida State for sure.
For sure.
Yeah.
I don't think they like Miami at all.
Calls coming in so fast, I can't even get to any other topics or anything.
I know. You're itching over there. Hold on. Trying to figure it out.
What's going on?
Hold on a second. Getting to you. Getting you on. Hey, go ahead. What's up? Hey, you're on.
Hey, this is Austin Fairhope. How are y'all doing?
Hey, Austin. We're good. How are you?
This is Austin Fairhope. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we
we're
hear you
good.
fine.
Sorry, a little delay. I'm great. How are y'all?
Good.
Good.
Yes, I wanted to comment on the Yep.
Yeah, you're good. Go
You're
ahead.
good. Go ahead.
I wanted to comment on the Hume building thing from earlier. They definitely am dirty because that is the worst building on campus.
I mean, this might need to be Neal's next task. I mean, we went Kiffin,
I've
beer,
got a lot going on
baseball,
right
play-by-play. Now it's Alfred Hume.
I mean, I got you guys Lane Kiffin.
You didn't discourage Chris Beard.
I encouraged Chris Beard.
Yes.
And I'm trying to get Chase on the damn baseball broadcast team. And now your people are like, let's pile on. And now I'm trying to get.
You need a secretary.
I do. I'm trying to get Mr. Hume taken care of because he deserves it. I mean, I feel like Crash Davis in Bull Durham.
Candlesticks. Got a lot going on.
Got a lot going on right now.
It is a bad building, though. I have taken classes in that building. It is not pristine.
Oh, it's awful. If it's the same one it was in 2013 to 2017, that's for sure.
It is. Oh, yeah. I know. It's afterthought. He's not getting his due.
Yeah. You give the people an inch, they want a mile.
I know.
So you might have to just go ahead and dive into that.
I mean, Keith, I don't know what you're doing out there, but it's time to get to work, man. I mean, there's stuff going on. I mean, you got a beeline to the chancellor, Parham. What
do you mean to do? About Hume?
Yeah, go.
We've only been on this task for like 25 minutes.
I don't know how long. Well, how long does he need?
Okay. What would you like him to do? What would be just enough? Or sorry, just enough.
A
not just enough.
statue and a mascot named Alfred.
Oh, you need a mascot too.
Yes.
What is the species of said mascot?
I don't know. A catfish, a bear, a lion. I don't care.
Land shark?
Alfred. No, not a land. There's no such thing as a land shark. Let's come up with something that actually exists. Name him Alfred and explain it and honor the man.
And a statue.
And a big statue.
I do know the guy that did Elko's statue. I could call him and get him to work on a statue.
It's time.
Kim Sussums. I'm sure he didn't have too much going on. Go ahead and get on.
We could do a live show before the unveiling.
Good.
We could bring all.
Where do you want to put the statue?
That would be fun.
Where do you want to put the statue?
Because we already have statue on the back side of Vaught Hemingway and the front side, kind of.
I'm not really welcome on other parts of campus, so it needs to be on. It needs to be on parts of campus that it's accessible to me, so that I can do the show.
You could just put it out by the pavilion somewhere. There's room by the pavilion.
Isn't there a place like between the pavilion and Vaught Hemingway where you could put it?
Right there in that front kind of area.
Yeah.
Okay. Andy T says he really misses the bear at this point. I get it.
See? Maybe the bear just needed a name other than Rebel. Maybe Rebel was too easy. Maybe you needed something that incorporated a better story.
I wasn't happy with the bear back in the day, but I kind of miss it now.
I mean,
well,
it's better than the
once
shark.
You got the shark and then didn't have any mascot at all, you went, hey, Rebel isn't that bad.
Yeah.
I mean, he had a bad rollout. The first impression was not very good. And they kept putting different people in the costume that were so different sizes. You didn't know if the bear was going to be 6'8" or 5'2", depending on the day. That was half the problem, too. So I looked over there and I went, oh, my God. And
it's so badly done. It was so bad.
And then they wanted to get athletic.
and then they brought out the can opener and scared the kids. I mean, as a rule, you got to test something. And if the little kids are scared of it, it's not good.
I'm telling you, he showed up at the birthday party, and my daughter, who was probably like 5 at the time, started like growling at him and going the other direction. Hated the land shark.
I've told this story many times. I covered Auburn for 6 years, and I watched generations of little Auburn fans walk up to Aubie.
And
that's what you're shooting for. I mean, Aubie stands around and waves his tail in his hand and gets everybody all fired up. I mean, it's a simple tiger. This should not be so complicated. But right now, we're focused on the statue.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Statues first?
That's step one.
Okay.
Well, I mean, at this point, they should just buy a new juice every 10 or 15 years and stick with that.
Or and hear me out.
Ooh.
You could go with a Labrador Retriever and name him Alfred.
Everybody likes labs. Or
There
most
you go.
people like labs.
Case closed.
Case closed. We solved this. And you can change the name once.
Are you going to get a British lab like Juice, or are you going to get an American big block-headed lab?
I mean, I'm partial to the American block-headed, but whatever. Everybody likes. Nobody hates a Labrador
Same.
Retriever. I mean, whatever. It can't be worse than Georgia's Bulldog, where it dies like every 3 weeks.
They've treated that. It's
I mean,
a terrible situation. The inbreeding on those damn Bulldogs at this point.
It's bad. It's bad. I mean,
Yeah.
like even I've seen Ole Miss people who hate Mississippi State see the actual Bulldog,
Oh, he's
and they're
fine.
like, "Oh, look at the Bulldog!
Look at Bully."
Come on, this is not
No,
complicated."
Bully's a good dog.
Of course he's a good dog.
He's a good dog.
Of course he is. He's fine.
He given the issues health-wise, he's probably a better overall dog than Uga.
Well, of course he is. Uga lives like 3 days. They're up to Uga.
I like the Butler Bulldog that carries that big-ass bone around with him everywhere he goes.
He's a badass.
Yeah, I like him.
Yeah,
I like
he's
the
good.
Butler Bulldog.
He's good. He's good. Yeah.
All right, I got a TV show or a couple of TV show questions for y'all because y'all were talking about this morning, I believe.
Okay.
Okay, good. I hope we can
So,
answer them.
Yeah. I'm about to have another one of these Aperol thingies.
I think y'all have talked about and seen Succession before, huh?
I don't think Neal has seen it. Succession is one of my favorite 10
Yeah.
TV series.
I have not seen it. I'm aware of it, but I've
best
not watched it.
ending to a TV series I've ever seen.
Do what?
At least best ending to a TV series I've seen, at least in recent memory.
It is an incredibly smart TV show. You know, it didn't pick up the audience approval kind of like I thought. I mean, the critics loved it, which usually is a terrible thing, but they didn't can it for some of the things that I thought they might. They loved it. No, it's so smartly done. I think Succession is excellent. Yeah, all the way through. I think the ending is very good. I've gone back and watched the pilot, and it's up there for top 10, 15 all-time pilots on just showing you that this family has this power dynamic where they expect ultimate power, and they are all completely scumbags, where even from the first episode, like picking your favorite is still such a grimy exercise because they're all terrible. It's an awesome pilot.
I think Rom might be my favorite.
Do what now?
He's a twisted character. I think Rom might be my favorite.
Oh yeah.
Twisted guy though. All right, what about Band of Brothers?
I have not. I mean, awesome TV show, but that has been a long time. I haven't seen it since probably not too long after it came out. That's not one I've ever redone again. I probably should, but I haven't.
I don't know what it says about me, but I watch it about 3 times a year.
Do you really?
Oh, wow.
Yes, I love that show.
Yeah, I would. Other than the main, obviously, situation, I would have to really refresh myself on that show. It's been a while, long time.
Mm-hmm. Did y'all watch Yellowstone? Because the ending to that was terrible.
I watched a few episodes, but never a lot.
I thought the ending was just mediocre. It's not one of the first 5 or 10 I've ever seen, but it also wasn't great. Overall though, other than being a little repetitive, I did really like Yellowstone, and I'm in on Landman now. I know we've only had one season, but I'm all in on Landman.
Enjoyed that one.
Yeah, Band of Brothers debuted 2001. 2 days before 9/11.
Yeah.
September 9th.
Oh wow, I didn't realize that.
Mm-hmm. That's what it says. Has a 94% approval on Rotten Tomatoes.
So debuted on a Sunday.
Yeah. Yep.
Now, are either one of y'all a fan of Shane Gillis comedy?
Yeah, I like Gillis. He's funny.
Now, this might be a little bit of too dumb comedy, but his show Tires on Netflix is quite funny, in my opinion.
I'll have to check that out. I haven't seen it, but I like him a lot. He's good.
Your wife might not like it. The females I've watched it with, my wife and her mother weren't the biggest fan, but that might have been dumb on my part.
Yeah, it probably was. You let them team up.
Yep.
Yeah.
You got to keep that
All
one.
right,
like-
guys. Well,
All right, appreciate you.
Yep, thanks. Did you ever finish Suits,
Yep.
Neal?
I did not finish Suits. I got
Okay.
way into Suits. Hang on, Corey. I'm getting to you. Hold on.
Suits is good.
Hey, Corey.
What's up?
Just hanging out
He's
here.
enjoying his
Thursday
pile,
morning.
the champagne and beers
Having
mixed with a
champagne
little
and beers,
Aperol,
yeah,
a little
Aperol,
lemon
some
juice.
Oh, how is that? How is that?
It balances out pretty good. Not bad.
It's pretty solid, actually, my friend. It's good.
Is it one of those things that's supposed to taste like something? You know, like you mix it together, it tastes like a Dr. Pepper, or is it it's just good?
No, it kind of has a cocktail flavor to it with the beer. It's really good.
The finish is still beer, but it's pretty sweet on the front end.
It's kind of like a shandy.
It's yeah. I was about to say a Rattler, but same difference. Yeah. That's what it is. It's a shandy or a Rattler or something like that.
And this is Miller Heavy, right?
This is High Life,
Miller High Life.
and High Life, and about an ounce and a half to 2 ounces of Aperol, and then about a half ounce of lemon juice.
Okay.
It's solid.
Pretty bougie beer there.
I
mean, it is what it is, man. I mean, who are you? Are you the damn police right now? What's going on?
I like Miller High Life, but you can't drink many of them. I mean, they're
established
butterbeer.
1903.
It's good.
yeah.
We chose the 16-ounce cans over the bottle. I couldn't decide which one to do, so I ended up just grabbing one
I would be curious to see it with how this would make the
with the glass.
glass what it would
Yeah.
look like.
I will.
I tried to fact check you on this. Hatley has never won a playoff game thing today, and the Hatley football database is not that deep. So I don't know,
Corey,
is
they
that
didn't
true?
make I don't think they made the playoffs, period, until 2014.
Hayden says can't hide money.
I'm talking like in the 50s and 60s and 70s. I'm talking way back, like that.
No,
Never?
dude. I mean, like, they were okay at some points back then, but no. They like, you got to remember, too, only 2 teams made the playoffs forever, not 4.
Oh yeah, when I say this very loosely, when I say I was a part of the team, like your older brother's senior year. You remember that?
Yeah, the 10-1, 10-1, 10-1 thing. Yeah, 100%.
Yep.
Yeah, Romero and Shannon ended up winning the state title, even though they were could have not made the playoffs because of a tiebreaker
Oh wow.
at 10-1. Yeah, Ripley,
Yeah,
Amory, and Shannon all went 10-1 and
That
beat
was-
each other.
That was Neal covered the offensive lineman. What was his name? Went to Auburn. Rico McDaniel was the running back. The offensive.
Kendall Simmons.
Kendall Simmons.
Yeah.
Kendall Simmons.
Yeah, Kendall Simmons.
Yeah.
Played for the Steelers for a long time.
And again, I mean this very loosely when I say the word us, but Romero never beat us. Like he 0-4.
You played a little bit of mop up, didn't you?
Yeah, I lettered. But I mean, that's you got to really love football. You have to really love football to play high school football, and I really did not love football.
Yeah.
I used to hear my brother tell this story. Was it you or somebody else that was in late in the game and the other team was talking shit?
I'm pretty famous. I'm pretty famous for this. I'll tell it if you want me to.
Tell it.
It
Go
was-
ahead here. Yeah, go ahead.
So we're playing Kasu. And, you know, this is one of those deals where at halftime the starters didn't even take their pads back out there. Like it was 50-something to nothing. And so we're about to all go in and baby boy Will's playing quarterback and I'm playing left tackle and we're just beating them to death. And we get out there and the defensive, Steve Griffith runs for about 5 yards. We run it again for about 3 or 4. This is like Will's drive, you know, like he's gonna lead us down the field, score a touchdown.
He's a freshman.
And it's third and 1 or 2. The defensive line substitutes, and this guy comes in and he looks at me and we're lined up. He's across from me
he says, "What's your little fat ass doing in here?" And I said, if y'all didn't suck so bleeping bad, my fat ass wouldn't have to be out here. Hank Holmes was the left guard. He started laughing so hard that his shoulder pads started moving. Right, so they throw a flag for illegal procedure, whatever. Back us up 5 yards. We don't get the first down. We have to punt. Well, Hank's getting his just tail chewed out on the sideline, and he's like, Coach Duke, man, you got to hear what Clark said. And so Hank tells the story, and the whole sideline just goes up into laughter. And that story beat the bus back to Amory. Like they were talking about the coffee shops and everything else. Yeah, that happened.
That's great.
That happened.
That is awesome.
Yep.
Amory any good this year, Corey? You been out watching the boys?
I have not. My daughter's a cheerleader. I'll go by there and make sure we make eye contact, and then I don't know how good they are.
That's not a very good Buddy Garrity impersonation, Corey. You got to get on it a little better than that.
That's not me. That is not me. That is not me. So we make eye contact, and I jump back on the golf cart about halftime, head back home. I haven't heard. They lost a lot. I know that.
Who they play tomorrow?
They're playing like East Webster and a Jamboree, maybe.
Okay, got it.
So yeah,
the Wolverines.
That'll be Is that who they are? Okay. I kept calling them the Urchins. I remember that was East Union though.
Hunter in the stream said Amory will be good no matter what. Did y'all see the new division? So I guess they're in there and with some cupcakes.
I hadn't seen it. I mean, we're good when we go down to 3A.
Yep.
And then when we move back, we're either usually the biggest 3A school or the smallest 4A school. I know that. So, and sometimes that's good for football and bad for baseball, and sometimes that's the other way. So, but yeah, all my coffee club guys either had kids that graduated. One's playing second. The quarterback from the Amory team is from last year is playing second base at Southern Miss this year. So all the intel is gone. So
gotcha.
Yeah, what's everybody been talking about tonight?
A lot of realignment, or not realignment, but the 9-game conference schedule.
9-game conference schedule. We're trying to get Chase on the baseball schedule. We're trying to get Alfred Hume honored correctly by Ole Miss. We got a lot going on, man. We're dealing with a lot of stuff.
Well, can our buddy Colemeyer not make that happen? Like, is he still doing that?
He has a lot of freelance stuff, but I think the only Ole Miss games he's doing now is softball. We got that covered.
Okay. We got that covered.
So we're fine.
So covered.
Yeah, not a problem. Well, we can figure it out. I would assume between all of us, we know somebody probably can make this happen. But in the past, I've been shut out, Corey. Shut out.
And Tim Inman, Corey wants a 24/7 hoodie with the potato log surfing on powder blue.
Neal wants that too.
I want it on a quarter zip. So we got
I want a book.
We're dealing with a lot of stuff, man. You want Chase's book for free?
I need a book. Yeah.
You know what? I can get this one handled. I will get you a signed copy of Chase's baseball book.
Okay.
That's done.
I blew through Sparky's, man. I blew through Sparky's book. It was awesome.
It was good.
A lot of nostalgia. Yeah, it got in my feels a little bit, some of it, but yeah, it was good.
But here's the
who's been in Dr. Ritter's office, the bad side of that deal, it was good. It was good to read.
Here's the thing, though. We're this is going to be a little bartering right here on the show. I'll get you Parham's book. I'll get it signed, personalized. But you're a heavy hitter. Next time you talk to the people over there in athletics, and they're like, "Hey, Corey, need a little more money," you say, "Well, I need a little better baseball broadcast." You know what I'm saying? Just twist the arm. Twist the arm.
The mafia needs to know who to lean on, though. Who do you lean on? You lean on Keith on this, or who do you lean on?
It's probably Keith. It's probably Denson. It's probably the Chancellor. I mean, it's time to get to some people and say, "Listen, this baseball thing is a problem, and I have a solution."
Right.
We can solve the Tuesday afternoon game issue right now
because it's a problem.
I would decline. I know how bad you want to do it. I would decline the kids' game. That I can't even watch it. That makes me a nervous.
No, I'm always scared that day. And a kid got hurt last year.
I know.
First time
Somebody
kid
did?
got hurt.
It was a matter of time.
Well, maybe they'll do away with it. We always lose that game anyway. Maybe they'll do away with it.
Yeah. Jay Robertson in the thread said, remember Friday Night Fever with Kohlmeyer? Yeah, that was appointment viewing. You had to get home for Kohlmeyer and Friday Night Fever at night. That was great.
I mean, you felt like you were a big deal. If you were the one that called in the score, you know, the one they didn't have yet. Yeah. And then there's always some jackass pranksters that would call it in wrong.
Yeah, well.
All right, guys.
All right, Corey.
Appreciate it, bud. Talk soon.
Good talking to you.
Later.
662-257-1900 for all your
it's lit. Oh yeah. Oh, you're right.
Clark
that
Ford.
number, Clark Ford. Hey, Alex, what's up, man?
Hey, how are you? How's it going today? This is
Yeah, we got you.
in Salt Lake City. How are you?
Hey, home
Sounds
of the
good.
home
Hey,
of the
I
Jazz.
used to shoot photos for you guys. Yeah, home of the Jazz and
Yeah.
the new hockey club, which is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to shoot photos for you guys back in like 2010 through 13, a little bit on the old site.
I remember
was
that.
always a nice
Yeah,
thing,
what's up?
Yeah. So thanks for taking a chance on my kind of idiot self that didn't know a whole lot about sports at the time. But wanted to call in to see like kind of just conference realignment stuff. What would you think about Utah? Because they don't really feel like a Big 12 fit. Then move into SEC or Big 10 long term.
Haven't there been some rumors about Utah to the Big Ten at some point?
Really?
I mean, I've seen some stuff from time to time, but like they have some of the academic stuff that would go with it, but I don't really see them fitting in a ton. But I guess like we kind of can throw out the map at this point.
I think it would have to kind of really blow up into we're just going to grab anybody with like we're going to really separate.
Right. 24 teams in both
Yeah.
things, and we're going to go NFL style. I mean, I don't know. You know, it's funny. Salt Lake City is one of the places I've always wanted to go. I've flown in there. I've seen it, but I've never been there. So I don't have a feel for like where it would fit. You know, I don't know. Never been to a game at University of Utah. I mean, I just don't know.
It's a pretty cool experience. I truthfully think Utah fits in more culturally with the South than it does anything else, which might be kind of crazy. Like population-wise, it has more in common with Mississippi than a lot of other states in the West. Like it's a hard pitch to say the SEC would be a good fit, but it does like one population base, like a couple of big colleges being BYU and Utah, and then kind of some auxiliaries. So I think like SEC does feel natural, but it also feels a little clunky at the same time. But mostly it was just calling about that. And then the soda stand thing, y'all were talking about that last week or earlier this week, maybe. Yeah,
Sweet.
I can for sure tell you way less healthy, way less healthy.
Do you have a favorite swig concoction?
There's the Beach Babe, which sounds as lame as it can be, but it's like Mountain Dew with peach in it, if I recall correctly. And then they add like heavy cream to a lot of them, or French vanilla creamer. And
Alex, warn a guy first. No,
they're that popular though.
It's not as bad. Oh yeah. You can't go anytime really and not be in a line. It's absurd, and especially you get down to Utah County where BYU and Provo and kind of there's an even higher Mormon population. It's popular.
So what's it like in Salt Lake City? Do you like it? And then what do you hear about MLB expansion? Because there's a lot of talk about Salt Lake City getting a team.
Yeah, love it. My wife and I have been here like 6 years. We moved from suburbs of Chicago, and for us culturally, it fits a little better out here. Like the skiing, the biking, the outdoor stuff is great. So that's fantastic for like myself personally. And then the MLB stadium is only be like 2 miles from where we're living now.
Oh.
So I am all for that.
I bet.
So
I think
big fan.
I think it's either Salt Lake City or Portland getting the West team. I think that's a done deal.
The Larry H. Miller family, which was the previous owner of the Jazz, they sold to the Smith Group, who owned the hockey team now too. The Miller family is very invested in spending money to make it happen, and the renders are really pretty impressive from what I've seen. And like definitely, there's a corridor where it's kind of meant to be if they're going to do it. And I've got my fingers crossed because I could go for some afternoon baseball after work, no question. So
Sure.
the town seems to be a buzz about it. They're going crazy for hockey right now. So I think they're looking for something else to get into.
What they call the hockey team, the Mammoth?
The Mammoth now, yeah. They did the place filler generic hockey club thing as a little one-off, and then Mammoth was the vote. And that was a little easier vote than I think than what they made it out to be. I think they did a little bit more smoke and mirrors to provide other options. But Mammoth, as soon as Yeti went out the window with the cooler brand saying no, Mammoth was kind of a slam dunk for him.
Yeah, I want to get out there. I'm gonna come there for a Jazz game. The arena looks cool.
Yeah, it's great. They're doing some renovations. Yeah, if you make it out, just reach out. I guess I don't know. Maybe you still have my phone number. I don't know. Or,
I've got it.
It popped up right there.
I've got it. You popped up as Alex, so I had you.
No kidding.
Yeah.
All right, perfect. Well, reach out if you have any questions about Salt Lake. Happy to answer anything, and see if you can get a hockey game combo with the NBA season.
Oh, that'd be
a
good.
good time for both.
That'd
the
be
liquor
good.
laws are weird, though.
Cool.
Yeah, we live in Mississippi. We can't
be.
I can't make fun of liquor laws. Like I saw where like Parish Brewing Company, who's one of our advertisers, they can now ship, but they can't yet ship to Mississippi because God.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair. Well, I appreciate both of your time. I won't keep you any longer.
Thanks, Alex.
Yeah, thanks, Alex. Enjoyed hearing from you. Thank you.
Yep.
So the Swig Beach Babe is a dirty soda with Mountain Dew, raspberry syrup, peach syrup, and vanilla
Hey guys, Matthew from
cream.
Natchez.
Hold on one second.
half and half.
Hold tight. We'll get to you. Go ahead, Chase.
So it looks like maybe
My bad.
the 16 or the 24 ounce one from a nutrition, 450 calories.
Okay.
350 to 450. It says
right.
0 to 5 protein. Yeah, they get 5 protein.
No protein.
10 to 15 fat and about 85 grams of carbs.
Not great for you.
I don't see sugar in this.
There's plenty.
I'll try to figure that out while we're going. Go ahead, caller.
Hey guys, it's Matthew from Natchez.
Hey, Matthew.
I think Monday you guys touched on passing of Greg Iles. They had his funeral today in town, and you had some real nice things to say about Greg, and obviously his books were fantastic. He was a great guy. It's a really big loss for our community for sure, in the state. Greg's dad and my dad were actually in business together on the medical side of things, and I remember when there's a good age gap between me and Greg, but when I was younger, seeing him up at the doctor's office and whatnot, and his father, Dr. Jerry Iles, all his books all over the place and whatnot, and just have some really good memories of him, talking to him. And the best part of being from Natchez, reading his books, is you can visually see everywhere he's talking about, from the Punch Bowl to Annis Bottom to all the downtown houses. I mean, it's just a different perspective from someone down here. Just a tough loss for us for sure.
Oh, I can imagine. I mean, he's one of the greatest modern authors of our time. I mean, the trilogy in and of itself
puts him there.
Puts him there. I mean, he could literally have
Yeah.
written nothing but those 3 books, and he would be in that spot. And the truth is, he wrote a lot more than that. I mean, I'm still working on Southern Man. I mean, it is a lot.
Yeah,
like
good.
you know what
Real
I mean?
good.
It's great writing. It's like one of those deals where the book is huge, and there's a lot of setup, and I'm still in the setup phase, but I'm getting into the story. But like,
Yeah.
I mean, I think as an author, when you write books like that, you're successful when the reader feels like he or she knows the character. And I think that's how like people who read his book feel about Penn Cage, even though Penn Cage doesn't actually exist. You sort of feel like you know him. Does that make sense?
No, it makes a lot of sense. And he was so good at setting up his books, and he would research like crazy. He lived kind of catty corner for me when I was in my youth, say between the ages of like 5 and 12. And when he would go into that 12 to 24 month research time frame of writing a book, he would, be out shooting basketball at 4 o'clock in the morning and
and literally would lock himself away, and the amount of research that he would have to do and put a story together. And as I got older and read all of his books, it's just some incredible writing.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, he's.
Yep.
I mean, he was a special talent, no question.
One of the best, for sure. Well, appreciate you guys' show. Always love listening, and take care. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
So I found it here. It's a problem. The standard Beach Babe, the grams of sugar is equivalent to 17 to 20 teaspoons.
Yeah, no thanks.
70 to 80 grams of sugar in the standard Beach Babe.
Come on.
Probably can't have one of those a day. Be tough.
I mean, you could. You'd also have to have some insulin each day just to get through it. I mean, you could. Your medical provider would not advise it, but you could. Hey, who's this?
This is Patrick from West Virginia. How y'all doing?
Good, Pat.
What's up?
Calling for some life advice.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Turned 40 the week of the Kentucky game.
Okay.
So 2.5 hours away from Lexington. I have a 4-year-old daughter and a son that will turn 5 the week after, or 6 the week after.
Okay.
So 6 and 5.
Okay.
So I can go to the game, but I bring both kids. So I brought my son to a Pittsburgh Pirates-Phillies game. I'm a big Phillies fan, and that went pretty well.
Okay.
He got a little scared at the loud noises at the intro, and I can get him some headphones, I think, for the game. But the SEC football game, I imagine, is going to take 4 hours. We got a 2.5-hour drive there. To have to decide if I get a hotel room or not because it kicks off at 3:30. I'm imagining we're going to at least have one public restroom break with both kids in the stadium.
At least.
I think they have cotton candy and popcorn, so that might get me through the game to be able to watch it. And then I think we'll beat Kentucky by a couple scores, but a nail biter with both of my kids in that stadium probably is going to be a lot for me to endure. So would you wait a couple years in terms of bringing them to their first Ole Miss game, or should I roll the dice and try the Lexington experience?
How likely are they just simply to be able to stay in a very confined area for 4 hours at your seat?
So my son did a pretty good job at the Pirates game. We made it through all 9 innings on Saturday.
That's pretty
That's
good.
a win.
That's a win.
My daughter, it's a little more challenging. I think cotton candy will distract her. But if I load her up with cotton candy, you pay the toll.
There's sugar on the other side of that.
On the back end. So,
what seats are you? Are you going to be just like stub hubbing with Kentucky fans? Or are you gonna have Ole Miss tickets? What are you doing ticket wise?
I'd have to stub hub them, and seats really won't matter since I'm with the children. So
I mean,
I was
I'll
just
be
thinking
somewhere in the stadium.
Kentucky
I imagine
fans next
based
to
on
you
my
is more what I
experience,
was.
They're pretty calm.
The Kentucky fans are pretty nice.
They don't give a shit.
They have Zach Calzada as their quarterback. I'm not taking them to LSU.
The ball's
and
not
Jack
round.
Valley
The
for a
ball's
game.
not round. They're good. You're fine. I mean,
They're passing time.
I mean,
They were nice when the ball was round, and I went up there for the game back in the day.
oh, they're actually a
So,
very nice, knowledgeable basketball fan base. They're LSU baseball fans.
They're home crowds.
Kentucky home crowd, Rupp Arena basketball crowd. Is
Road crowds, not the same people.
No, not the same. No,
That's not the same fan base.
But a game at Rupp, they're
Yes.
very appreciative of the other team. The way, very similar, as
Yes.
crazy as this sounds,
to LSU baseball.
LSU baseball home game.
Great fan base.
Their home crowd is amazing.
Yes.
Like you start to think they imported them.
Yes. Look,
you
take
should go.
every precaution imaginable, but go.
Yeah, you should go. Have fun. Be all right. And if it's a close game, it's a close game.
Okay.
It's out of your control.
And get a hotel room.
Get a room. Yeah, get some sleep. Throw some chicken fingers in their gullet, and you'll be all right.
Kentucky's
Don't drive
got
back.
A lot of hotel rooms. That's the good thing about Lexington.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
Okay.
This doesn't even feel
Well,
like
I'll
a
let
really
you guys go.
complicated
I'll
one,
give a
actually.
shout out to,
I think we're good. Yep.
I'll give a shout out to Rain. I had my third child was born last month, so sleep is not always constant. And I have crushed a number of rains in the morning to get through my legal day. And I always think of Tyler cracking the can every time I crack the can for the rain that I buy. But they've been good to me.
Well, we appreciate it.
With that, I'll let you guys go. Thanks.
Enjoy your weekend. Thank you.
I'll do. Another rain in the morning to get through my legal day.
Hey, caller, you're on. Turn your device down.
Hey, guys. It's David from Madison.
Hey, David.
Neal, I know you've talked about how, in the past couple of months, you've had people reaching out to y'all saying how much your podcast meant to everybody. Well, after 17 years, I had to change jobs 2 weeks ago, and one of the cons in my column was I'm not going to be able to listen to the podcast in the morning.
And you still took the job? I mean, what are you doing? I'm kidding.
Unfortunately, I had to, but legitimately, that was a con, and I brought it up several times to my wife. I'm not going to be able to listen to Neal and Chase in the morning. I'm going to have to do it when I'm exercising the next morning. I don't know if I can handle this.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
There are sacrifices, and then there are non-negotiables.
I mean, there's just things that you should have just talked to him and said, my workday starts at 9:45.
I mean, hey, if I could work, I'll give you their number. You give them a call.
Yeah, we'll call them. I'll add this to my damn list, David. Right now, I'm dealing with a lot of stuff. I'm trying to get Chase a spot on the baseball broadcast.
Well, you have until February. So we attack things that start in February now.
Okay,
so we try to make sure those are handled.
I'm trying to honor Alfred Hume properly because he's been completely mistreated by the University of Mississippi, and it's wrong. And now I've got to work with your boss to start your workday at 9:45. I mean, I'm just one person. And I've got quotas that I don't even get to write. And I don't even get to write the softball stories. I mean, there's so much going on right now.
Well, move me to the top of the list, and I'll get you a kickback.
Okay. Yeah. Fair enough. Send me a number. I will handle this.
What field of work are you in?
I'm a pharmacist.
Okay.
No problem at all.
We can't get you guys started at 9:45. I mean, come on.
It's just pills, man. There's counting.
I was actually fraternity brothers with Ryan and Tim. So,
I'm sorry. That's their
fault. Neal, you were talking a couple weeks ago when Ryan Sandberg died about how he was your hero growing up and, was really one of the people that got you into baseball.
Mm-hmm.
I have kind of a pretty cool, unique story. I guess it was in 81, I was 5 years old, and my dad was trying to get me into baseball. So he bought me, at the time, it wasn't baseball cards. It was like a sticker book. And you collected the stickers, and you put them on each page. And so he was trying to get me into the Braves. And one day, he was just flipping through the channels, and I saw Bob Horner at bat. And I looked down at my baseball sheet, and that was Bob Horner. And apparently, I jumped up and said, well, he's going to be my guy. And so we became diehard Braves fans after that, and come to find out, Ted Turner's grandparents used to live in the house I grew up in.
Oh.
And if you read his book, he talks about the house that I grew up in, in the first 2 or 3 pages. And so we got into the Braves. It was one of the things that me and my mom and dad kind of bonded over. I took my mom to the Braves Hall of Fame when Bobby Cox got inducted. I went to the Braves Hall of Fame when Smoltz got inducted. But I guess it was about 5 or 6 years ago, I actually got to meet Bob Horner, and actually, I can tell you the second Bob Horner, when I became a baseball fan, it was watching you at bat. And he seemed genuinely moved by it. And I told him the whole story, and he signed a ball for me. And
that's cool.
I don't know. It's just something. Yeah, it's just something I've met a lot of famous football players and stuff like that, but it's something about meeting your childhood hero baseball player that I think is very special.
Of course. Yeah. I mean, when you're an adult, you don't look at athletes in at least you shouldn't, in some idolizing way. But when you're a 12-year-old kid or whatever, and those people look bigger than life, even though they're only, 15 years older than you, they look bigger than life. They feel bigger than life. So yeah, those are moments in your life that you remember because those are people that influenced you.
And you got to see those guys 162 times a year.
Yeah. Oh my! You felt like you felt like you spent your summer with them.
Well, that, and I've always thought another thing is like they're not wearing a full face helmet. It's like you get to see the face and kind of get to know them. And I don't know, there's just something about growing up. I'd watch the Cubs from 1 to 4, go to baseball practice, and watch the Braves at 6:35.
Sure.
And yeah, it's just something about baseball that's real special. And I had one more question for you guys. Well, not a question, it's a statement. I really like it when you guys talk about the behind the scenes stuff, how the sausage is made, with like the press conferences and how they work, and just kind of the stuff that goes into like your everyday week. Because I kind of always wanted to be a journalist, and so I've always found it appealing when you guys talk about that. I know you guys think people don't like to hear that, but I don't mind it.
Good move with the pharmacy school thing.
Yeah,
by the way.
smart move.
That's good. Congratulations.
Yeah.
I mean, I know we consider it just minutia, maybe more than the normal person does, but I do feel like every time that a non-journalist comes into a press box, they look around and go, "Really?"
Yeah.
You go, "Yeah, we just sit here. We don't make noise, or most of us don't. We're just here." Bang. But otherwise,
well,
not too much. It's fine.
You guys weren't covering Ole Miss at the time that Orgeron was hired, but they had the press conference, I guess, in like a media room, and me and another fraternity brother that knows Ryan and Tim just showed up to it, and nobody stopped us, and we just went and sat down second row, right in amongst all the press, and for the entire press conference. And I looked at him and said, "What are they going to do if like they ask what we represent? You know, what newspaper?" He's like, "We'll just wing it."
Yeah. You'd have been
You
fine.
could say anything and it will be okay.
You could have said the Pontotoc Herald and they would have been, oh, great.
Pontotoc Progress.
But what was so funny was
Progress, of course.
Orgeron just walks into the room. He hasn't been introduced yet. He literally walks into the room and just goes, "Oh, you guys are doing, And I was like, this is going to be special.
Who was that?
They did nut in the Ford Center. Were you here for that one?
Yeah.
I was not.
You weren't here for the nut one.
No, I was covering Auburn. I was covering Alabama Auburn the day of.
The first question was
that thing
from Sandra Knipsel, who I think at the time was Mississippi Public Broadcasting, and she asked him how he felt making the amount of money he did, given that it was more than any other faculty member on the Ole Miss campus to coach football.
Yeah.
And he made he handled it about as well as you could. He made some sort of like just off the cuff joke about how expensive college is, and he had to pay for Pepperdine or something, and it was fine. But
well, and he also I remember that it was cringe. It was cringy when she asked it.
It was a little
odd.
And
I think he referenced the fact that his parents taught at the school for the blind and the deaf. Maybe
was that in that answer? That did come up at some point that day.
I'm fairly certain it was. That was a very raucous press conference, if I remember correctly. But anyway, I was just going to share that Bob Horner story. I figured you guys could relate a little bit to that.
Yeah, appreciate that very much. Have a great weekend.
Thanks, Neal.
What are you looking up now?
I am actually giving one of our workers a code, so they're creating a new social media account for us, doing something.
Oh, okay.
So no, we were working.
Okay.
Dual.
I didn't know whether maybe we were making progress on getting you on the broadcast crew or what was going on. I just didn't know. Saw you busy over there. I'm trying to get to you. Hold on. Hey, caller, who do we have?
No, you're good.
What's up?
You're on.
No, y'all were talking about TV shows earlier. I learned a hard lesson. Review what you're about to watch. I was over at my girlfriend's house and laying on the couch, and I let her pick because I don't have Netflix, and she said, "Let's watch this." It was the first thing that popped up, the number one show on Netflix. Was it The Hunting Wives or the?
Oh yeah,
y'all heard about that?
Yeah,
show?
that's a hot show. I've heard about it. I have not seen it, but I have heard some conversations about it.
I saw on the board they said not to watch it around kids, and every time that we've contemplated starting it, my daughter has been awake, and we just haven't done it. So yeah, but it's sort of like on the list over there.
Early '90s Cinemax.
Oh really?
Oh, the Skinamax.
It's yeah. Yeah. I was like, oh, okay. Something's be on Netflix. And also Band of Brothers, the guy talking about I was in Germany last year and got to do the Band of Brothers tour through Bastogne and Omaha Beach. It kind of hits home when you actually go do the whole tour over there after you watched it. If you ever get a chance to do that.
Yeah, I've always wanted to see that. I don't know that I ever will, but I can only imagine how powerful that must be.
Yeah, we were there for the anniversary. The night before, we went down to the beach and watched Saving Private Ryan on the Omaha Beach the night before the landings, and it watching the opening scene hits a little bit different. It doesn't do it justice on how far they had to go because we walked out the day before when the tide was out when they would have hit in the morning. It is way further than it looks to get from where they would have dropped off to where the Germans were at. It is incredible.
Yeah,
it's all mind-boggling.
I can't even. I've read a lot about it, watched a lot about it. I'd love to see it, but I think it would be an incredibly powerful thing to think about the number of families, of families that lost sons in that moment, in those moments, in those hours is a powerful. The amount of sacrifice that was made that day is difficult to really comprehend.
Yeah, but yeah, you go from Omaha Beach and you go over to Utah Beach. It's like 30-minute drive, and it looks like desert, like flat. You're like, how did it do? Get picked for one beach and go to the other? It was a world of difference.
Yeah.
But now, football question. I'll let y'all go. If what you think your top 3 games are next weekend, and if you had to choose to only watch one, which one would it be next weekend? And appreciate the time, guys. Love the show.
Thank you. Yeah, if I didn't have a game to cover, I would want to watch LSU Clemson. I want to watch Auburn Baylor and Ohio State Texas. And I think if you told me I could only watch one, believe it or not, I think I would choose LSU Clemson. I
think I'm kind of with you. I'm wanting to argue and just automatically go Texas Ohio State or something, but I think I'm with you.
I'm curious to see LSU against Clemson. Everything I hear about Clemson's pretty positive. I wish Ole Miss was playing at it. I'm happy for the fans that the game's at night. I wish that game were played at a different hour because it's Ole Miss versus a Sun Belt team. It's going to be a blowout. We're going to be done. From a pure personal standpoint on other games, I wish that game were being played much earlier in the day. But I'm happy for the fans that the game's at night. It looks like the weather's going to be awesome. I think temperatures are going to be in the upper 70s, maybe low 80s when that game kicks off.
Yeah, that's what it says. We're in the 60s.
I'm pumped for the fans. No question about that. I'm trying to get to you. Hey, caller, go ahead. Hey, caller.
Yo, it's Grind.
Grind, congratulations. What a big week for you.
Oh, man, look.
You added championships.
Big news, man, look, I had to go play. I had to go find my lighter and go play We Are the Champions 7 times. So I
don't,
back and forth.
I don't blame you. I mean how often
are they going to make like retro pennants that say like 1990 whatever 3 or 2 whatever national champions?
How often do you win 2 national championships in August? I mean, it just doesn't happen. What a moment. Bada getter.
I will say the sweetest thing about this is going to Bama fans and they just having to just pierce their lips and not saying nothing.
They can't say shit. Yeah.
No,
They have the Tony the Tiger 1962 national championship. Yeah, they can't say anything.
I mean, that is a damn good point.
No, it's a great. Alabama fans can't say anything. It's great.
So this, I mean, yeah, they, we basically now I will say there is like this little sweet taste that comes with them, like acknowledging now that we have 9 titles.
Yeah.
They're like, whatever, yeah, you got 9 titles.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, all right, cool.
Hey,
we got 9 titles now.
I won a Pulitzer this week. I don't know if you heard, but I did. I got it.
But you know what, though, I will say, man, some of it does kind of worry me. Like, why we going back? Is this them kind of telling us, look, we don't see y'all winning nothing in the future, so let's look back in this history book to kind of try to claim anything we can? Because I mean, this don't feel too good, man. I'm nervous. I'm nervous. When you start bringing up old highlights, look, when I've been watching Cam Newton highlights because ain't been nothing for me to watch in the past few years. I've been having to go deep into the archives. So this has me nervous. I mean, do they not have faith that something can come in the future?
You know, you do wonder if this is. I mean, I don't think so, but you do kind of wonder. Like when I heard they were retiring Cam's number, I was like, well, I mean, he did have one hell of a year. I mean, I get it.
I have no issue with that.
I really don't
none.
either. I mean, he won the Heisman, he won the national title. He's been an ambassador for the school. I mean, I was kind of cool with that. And then when I heard the championship thing. And look, I was around the 2004 Auburn team a lot, and I think they deserved to play for the title. I think they got screwed not getting to play for the title. But the truth is they didn't play for the title. Like, I remember covering that Sugar Bowl against Virginia Tech, and it was really anticlimactic, and there was this weird feeling in New Orleans that week. There was a really weird feeling around the end of that game. I still vividly remember it 21 years later. But they didn't win a title. And to claim the title, while on one hand I'm like, well, good for you guys. But on the other hand, I'm like, well, what's that about? Like, what are you doing? And then the Terry Bowden one's weird to me. Like, that one's the weird one to me.
The 1993. Okay, now look, I will say this because I wasn't born yet. But before, like, even after that 04 team, like, if you ask older Auburn fans, that 1993 team is like, I would even say more beloved than that 04 team, because I mean, you have shirts where it's like we were heard but not seen, and all that stuff. I mean,
100%, like honoring that team and putting up a banner in the stadium about that team. Sure, absolutely, like
no issue,
no problem. Like, in fact, I really get it. Like that team was, it galvanized that fan base at a time when they were, felt like they were wrongly beat up and all that stuff, but they didn't win a championship. They were like literally ineligible to win a championship. And so that part of it feels like, no, maybe you're taking it a little too far. And to your point, I did kind of wonder as this happened, I'm like, man, somebody there's kind of like bracing for something not so good.
Oh, really?
A little bit.
Gave back. JG gave background on like how this all started, because supposedly this was something Auburn wanted to do back when Jay Jacobs was there. And then Jay Jacobs, of course, I mean, Jay Jacobs, he put the committee together to see would this be a good idea. And then the committee came back and said, yeah, it will be a good idea, but he decided not to do it. And then Allen Green, who was just a waste man, he didn't do a damn thing at Auburn. And so, obviously he didn't anything. His desk was just piled up with papers. He just sat there. And, so obviously he didn't do a dang thing. And then now I'm guessing, John Cohen signed off on it and, everything else. But supposedly they did some type of study to see would Auburn look stupid in the public eye if they did this and all this other stuff. Would these be legitimate championships to claim, kind of like how Alabama does? And so supposedly they went through all those back channels to, I guess, legitimize, the championships.
I mean, they had to know.
The silence is deafening, you guys. The silence is deafening.
I mean, they had to know it was going to be the butt of jokes. But look, if it makes Auburn people happy, I mean, whatever. Who cares, right? I mean, it's all good. I mean, they knew it was going to be, people were going to make fun of it. The rest of everybody in the league except for Alabama was going to make fun of it. But it's fine.
Man, look,
but whatever.
We lapping Georgia in championships. I don't want to hear a damn thing about no Bulldogs. We lapping them. They need to get their tradition up. They need to get their tradition up. I don't know what they talking about.
Yeah.
That's why. Look, man. Look, that's why I couldn't call the past 2 weeks. I've been in Auburn having to help, build a new trophy room.
I know.
We was like, look, we got 7 more titles coming.
Yeah, you gotta build
But
more
in
trophy
serious,
cases.
though,
How do you get the trophies, though? You make your own? Hey, we know a guy, Grind.
Oh, yeah.
You know what? We know somebody. We can hook you up.
We have a trophy connection.
Have a trophy guy.
Are y'all talking about the Magnolia people?
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah,
Y'all
I mean,
talking about
hey.
the Magnolia trophy people?
Yeah, I mean, if you listen.
Hell of a doorstop.
School's back
It's
in.
a good trophy.
School's back in session.
It could bludgeon someone if you can pick it up. I mean,
I bet that Lafayette. I bet that Lafayette woodshop is. I bet it's going right now. Got him a good torch.
Burning the wood.
Burn the
branding
wood. Branding the wood. Oh, how nice!
Are y'all gonna give us some trophy that looks like some old wooden cup, like the 1910s?
Yeah.
Like where you can.
It's the trophy version of like what was it, the Pinewood Derby or whatever. We had to build little cars and run them down the track.
I'm not gonna lie. That would be hilarious if they were like, "Hey, we're gonna put the new titles out in Walmart so fans can come take pictures." Like some busted up trophy.
That'd be awesome.
Please, Auburn, please don't do
awesome.
this. But hey, did y'all hear Yellow Fella's gonna have his logo on the field?
I did. I heard that.
How did it take this long? That's my only question.
I know it took a minute.
I mean, he's always had like a little sign on the scoreboard. I think it's the old one. He's always had that little yellow wood little square on the scoreboard.
Do you know how much?
I guess he won't sit on the field now.
What was the price on that? Have you heard?
I can't say anything concrete. I'm gonna do some more digging on it. I've just really the stuff that I've been looking at has been real surface. I'll get deep into that. I just like inside the Rebels. I'll be inside the Tigers, but I'm
deep inside.
It's just like I said, man. I'll go deep into that and then digging into that and then I'll let you guys know on Monday. But y'all will probably find out more, because y'all got more journalist buddies who are actually in the know more than I do. You know what I mean? It take me a minute to find some stuff.
I mean, listen, all jokes aside, I give Auburn credit for this one. In today's environment, if you can create a revenue stream simply by putting a logo on the field, you got to do it. Like, frankly, you find another logo.
I mean, ain't it just the same? Like, that's my only thing. It's just like, because, people were talking about, well, we need to make sure Yellow Fella kids are, feeling good and all this other stuff because, hell, if he's gone, I'm like, it would be nice if some other people stepped up because, I mean, you say, like you said, the money, but, I mean, it seems like it's just the same pot.
Oh, yeah. I mean, no, I'm totally serious when I say this. At this point, I mean, if you could find a way to put 8 logos on a field, you do it. And I know people go, well, you're cheapening whatever. I'm like, screw it, man. I'm just trying to make as much money as I can. Like, I mean, it's at some point you become a minor league baseball stadium or a NASCAR car. I mean, you're just taking everything you can take. The whole integrity thing is out the window.
Now, the only thing I don't like is that it's straight his logo. Like instead of it being yellow, he didn't. Like I would prefer it being orange or blue, to kind of mix in with the field a little bit, or with the university. I mean, it's just like a big ass yellow wood stamp on the 25-yard line.
Well, but
the Thunder put the Big Loves logo on their jerseys, and it doesn't clash. It works.
Doesn't bother me at all. We won the championship. Go Thunder.
If you buy a replica jersey, is the logo on there or not?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm asking. I don't know.
If Shea and Dub wear the logo, I want the logo.
Okay.
If Chet's got the logo on his jersey, then I want the logo on my jersey. Come on.
Who do you think is Auburn's top candidate, Grind, for when next year they do allow the logos on the jerseys?
Colonial
I don't. That was, yeah. I mean, as of right now, man, I don't understand. I mean, it seems like the Yellowwood, we just gonna be the Yellowwood Tigers.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
In a little bit. That's what it feels like.
I mean,
I don't know. I will say Under Armour screwed Auburn like a son of a gun, and maybe that was the Auburn people not having foresight and screwing themselves. But you know why they're switching to Nike, right?
No.
Oh my goodness! y'all.
Did you see where? Hey, by the
Auburn
way, did you see where
got-
South Carolina's switching the Nike as well? South Carolina's abandoning Under Armour.
I wonder if that deal was similar to Auburn's because, man, the what I saw in the article, they said Auburn had signed the deal with back with Under Armour in 2015, and part of that deal was that Auburn was getting like, I want to say like 5 or 10 million or so in Under Armour stock. They were gonna get paid in stock. Y'all, in 2015, Under Armour was at an all-time high, at like $54 a share when Auburn signed the deal. Do not go look what Under Armour is trading at now. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
What is it?
It's like $6 a share.
Oh wow.
It's that really?
Wow.
Hey, dude. Now, I mean, hopefully somebody would have looked and saw in 2015 that when, Under Armour was at an all-time high, that they were at 1.5 million times above their stock. Their stock had risen 1.5 million, times, a multiple of 1.5 million. So you would have thought somebody would have said, well, maybe Under Armour is going to, kind of dial back. Maybe they're not going to be like, overtake Nike or whatever. But no, they signed that deal, and dude, that is money, man. That's unfathomable money you lost trying to be a leader for Under Armour.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, well, that explains it because South Carolina's bolting on them too, like as soon as possible.
See, and like I say, that I wouldn't be surprised if their deal was kind of similar as far as the stock and all that other stuff.
It probably was, and whoever negotiated that is feeling pretty sheepish right now.
Yes. Last thing before I let y'all go, man. If I want to see how frustrated you would be if you walked into the gas station, got you, let's say you got you a beer, and in this case, let's say you want to get a cigar to match with it, and so you go to the counter, and you're waiting for the clerk, to I guess stop what they're doing, so you can tell them what you need from behind the counter, but they're what they're doing, they're making a TikTok dance video at the register.
Oh yeah.
You're standing there. We're standing there with with your beer, but they're at the register making a TikTok dance video and looking at you and like, can you wait till I finish my video?
I would not.
Are you going off in that situation, or?
I'm probably resisting the urge to go off, but I'm irritated.
If they urge you to use like a self checkout kiosk, is that like going to send you to a 10?
Yeah, probably so. Did you lose it?
Dude, with everything that's been going on in my personal life, I didn't have it much. Like I was the perfect person that day to do it too, because I just didn't have it mustered up in me. I had been reading a lot of Matthew, reading a lot of reading a lot of Jesus' parables.
Yes.
So I had a lot of that in me. So I mean, she that day got spared, but I was just like, dude, what the hell is wrong with, I'm guessing, they're younger than me, and see, I hate saying this because I'm 30. So depending on who you talk to, they'll say, oh man, that's young, that's super young. But I swear there is some cutoff to where it's like, I don't understand it. Like, you're at freaking work.
They are the stars of their own damn influencer like genre, and that's it, and that's all that matters. And
so
nothing else
what's the age on that? 24 and younger?
Probably extends a little more than that, depending on what else they got going on.
I'm not gonna lump my little sister, because my little sister and my little cousin are 28.
Okay.
And it feels like they didn't get sucked into that. I mean, it just doesn't feel like it. There's no way it's this prevalent in your life. There's no way to where you can't even do daily functions that are going to allow you to survive throughout life, so you can pay bills and everything else that you got going on. No way. No way.
The thing that strikes me, and I see it with my daughter's friends sometimes, is everything they do is put on social media. Like everything they do, like, oh, I bought this, it's harmless for the most part, but it's, I do wonder if it's an attempt to become an influencer or if it's an attempt to constantly seek validation from people that you don't actually know. And I don't know the answer.
The second part kind of, I guess I get it, but man, like, bro, like, life is really about the people who love you regardless.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
100. Oh, yes. And the older you get, the more you appreciate that. The more you embrace
and
that.
That is true.
Yeah. That it's
that is true.
There's this thing in your mind that you go, okay, who should I really care about what they think? And if the answer is, if I died today, in the next a week from now, the list of people that would still be impacted emotionally by my death, those are the people that I should care about. Not the people that would show up at your funeral to say hello and it almost be some sort of a social setting.
But a week after it gets quiet.
But a week after you're gone. The funeral's over. All the chicken and the casseroles have been thrown away.
Mm-hmm.
Who still is emotionally moved by your absence? Because that's
1000%.
That is the group of people that you should be most concerned about what they think of you, and that's a pretty small list for most people.
I agree, man. And before I let y'all go, I want to end y'all with this. I'm gonna get y'all comments on this off the air.
Okay.
I just found it kind of interesting. I saw this clip of Gino Auriemma. I don't know if it was after the season. I don't think that really matters. But he was basically talking about the transfer portal and how basically the impacts from men's sports, how it's trickled down into women's sports, but the equality is not there as terms of like an Eric Singleton going from Auburn or Georgia Tech to Auburn getting paid big bucks, or let's just say some kid steps up in a level. I don't know what kid went from, I guess, the running back from Tulane who's now at USC, or the quarterback who's now at Duke. But he was basically talking about how, for instance, the girl at Merrimack who transfers to San Jose State, doesn't really work out at San Jose State, then transfers to, some other school. The girl who's not really finna go to UConn and burst onto the scene. He's not talking about those girls or, those type of players. He's talking about the player that's, not really, I don't want to say minuscule, but I guess in the big scheme of things, you are a minuscule player, and how you're not really building those connections, because he's talking about how in the future he believes that you're going to have less kids connected to universities, which is going to limit their opportunities in the workforce, because you have a lot of athletes who become, future coaches. But when you don't have that connection built with the university that you stayed at, it's going to be hard, to basically get put on. And I kind of thought about a guy like Quinshawn Junkins. Like, if, would he be more welcome at, obviously, I guess he'd be welcome at Ohio State. But, if you just think about the opportunity of just future income he killed by leaving Ole Miss.
Sure.
He's and that's the thing about it. Like Quinshawn, yeah, sure, he's gonna go to the NFL, and he's not talking about players who are, pro level caliber. He's talking about girls who are probably gonna be doing regular jobs and whatnot when they get out. So I just kind of want y'all opinions on that. But a lot of people killed him because they said that it's just him, kind of being mad at the system because he's no longer winning or at the top like he used to.
I know.
So I appreciate you guys taking my call.
Thank you.
And I get your comments off there. I appreciate you guys, and I can't tell you how much you guys have meant for me and helped me through a tough time, man. I appreciate it, and y'all have a good one.
Well, you know how much we think about you, so appreciate you.
Appreciate
very
it,
much,
Drum, always. Talk to you every week.
I know Gino. I've spent some time with Gino. He's not one of the angry old men yelling at the clouds. He's right. He's not wrong.
No, he's not wrong.
He's not even remotely wrong, in fact. Hey, caller, we got you on. I'll get to you in 1 second. There's no doubt that kids who stay at a place for 3 years and then leave to go to a place would probably long-term be better off staying at the place. But the part you don't know is what was the payday? What was the financial need in the moment? I don't know. And there's lots of There's lots of young people that are seeking.
But if it's really comparable, there's no doubt that first place is the one that's going to take care of you.
Down the road.
No doubt.
No question. Hey, caller, who do we have?
What's up, guys? It's Tupelo.
Hey, Tupelo, what's up, man?
Not a whole lot. Getting ready for a fantasy football draft here in about an hour. So got that on the agenda for tonight. What's everybody been talking about? I've been in and out tonight. I've had dinner with my family. So what's been going on?
A lot of 9-game conference stuff as far as the schedule. That's been a big thing here tonight. Just, gave ground a little hazing over all Auburn's new national titles as they vault up the list of champions there inside the SEC.
I'm an Ole Miss fan, so I can't really get mad about claimed national titles, but I did find most of those funny that Auburn's doing.
There's truth to that. What'd you have for dinner tonight?
We had pizza and salad from Lost Pizza from Brandon, Mississippi. I live in Rankin County now, so there's a Lost Pizza down here. It's pretty good, so we ate that. But this fantasy football draft got me thinking a lot about the football season coming up and stuff. And I did want to say something about the 9-game conference schedule. I'm assuming that the one extra Power 4 game is still in effect, so we'll have 10 Power 4 games next year, right?
That is correct. And what we were talking about earlier in the show is that Oregon State, at least the way it is currently written, does not count. So because of that, they've got a lot of work to do from a schedule standpoint.
All right. So I have an opinion, and I may be in the minority amongst the Ole Miss fan base. I don't really know. I would much rather us play a 12-game SEC schedule or 12-game Power 4 schedule and go 7-5 than I would this current model and go 9-3. I hate this 4-game mess. And so I was thinking, well, I got looking to like playing fantasy football and everything, and I was looking at the draft board tonight, and I was thinking, the Chiefs' first game is against a divisional rival, and if they lose that game, it's not like the season's over. I mean, they're going to play all these games, and I was thinking, I was like, college players, everything just gets so inflated. How many times have we seen a Heisman winner really bank on those non-conference games where they can throw for 450 yards? And so I don't know. I may be in the minority. I just don't like all these bad games. And it's not even the fact that I go to all of them and spend money. Like, I don't care to watch them. It's just boring to me.
You're not in the minority at all. You've just got to change the system and the mindset.
The mindset.
And, the system, too, because you have to be not punished for those losses, too.
I think the fact that this happened today tells me that the system has already been changed behind the scenes.
Starting to
now.
Yeah.
Yeah, my first thought was that it's 16-team playoff, and the SEC probably gets 5.
You want a hot take? A 9-3 SEC team is headed to the playoffs this year.
Well, then if you're Ole Miss, you're thrilled.
Oh, no, it's nothing but
No,
good.
I mean, you should be. I mean, everybody in the SEC should be, not just Ole Miss, everybody, all 16 of them.
Everybody's got some margin.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a 9-3 penciled in for my record prediction, but Neal, when I saw the junior college offensive lineman, that's what you put on the board last night.
Yeah. I
just got concerned with that. Tells me that even if they're okay with their starting guys, they don't like the depth there, and that's just worrisome. But we
it should be. But look, here's the thing that I'm trying to tell people though. Like today, all day, there's been this panic, and I get the panic. I get it. Number one, if you have a chance to bring in an offensive lineman that you think can play this late in the deal to provide you with some insurance, you do it. Number two, is this a sign that maybe one or two of the injuries is a little more problematic than has been reported? Yes, probably. Number three, is offensive line play a concern everywhere in the league except for perhaps Alabama and Texas A&M? Yes. There's more. You cannot view, this isn't me preaching at you, Tupelo, or at Ole Miss, any Ole Miss fan in particular. It's just in general. You cannot look at these things with a provincial mindset and get it right. Offensive line depth is an issue basically at every school in the league / country. Literally every one. It's a real thing. And so to think that your school is going to be immune from it is naive. It's an absolutely systemic thing that is going to become a bigger problem year over year over year. And the whole, well, just buy them is not the answer. You're going to have to adapt. And so what they're doing is actually smart. They must think this kid can help them in some way at some point, and they can bring him in now with no penalty, and they are. I don't think
it reminds me of
I don't think it's cause for panic. I really don't. I think it's should it say, maybe one or two of these guys are more hurt than we think? Sure. I don't know the answer to that. I can't tell you what Jaden Williams' status is, what P.J. Wilkins' status is, what Delano Townsend's status is, what Patrick Kudus' status is. I don't know. But what I can tell you is that depth of offensive line is an issue everywhere in the SEC with two possible exceptions, Alabama and A&M.
Yeah, here's the thing is I'd rather this story be written last night before the season starts than I would a story comes out in October where we have no offensive linemen and it's even worse issue and we missed out on a guy that we could have had. I mean, it reminded me of I follow the Chiefs I'm a loyal Chiefs fan, and I read it. This is like something a pro organization would do, and it's different, but it reminds me of signing someone off a practice squad. I mean, it's really different. I understand.
Yeah, no, but it is similar.
But when you have so much, if you have concern of injury problems or depth issues at any position, you do something like this to fix it before the season starts.
Well,
because once the game starts,
it's a Band-Aid, right? Are you bringing in a player from a junior college on August the 21st to be a star? Of course not. I mean, if that's your expectation, then you're going to fail. Are you bringing in a person? But you might be bringing in someone just to play a few snaps, to be a Band-Aid, to give you something. And if that's the case and you can do it, you do it in this era. It is what it is.
Yeah, can he play 7 snaps in the third quarter against the Citadel in November? When
that literally that could literally be the litmus test. Can he just be an insurance policy in the event that somebody goes down and you need to finish 3 series against Kentucky?
You just need a minute.
That's it.
Yeah.
You know, and again, if you look at it in a singular vacuum, you're going to get it wrong. I think you have to say, hey, compared to the rest of the league, are we in the same boat as them? And the answer is yes.
Yeah. Have not to change the subject, so on a dime, but have y'all talked about Memphis yet?
Yeah, at the beginning of the show.
Okay, never mind. I won't rehash that whole point then. I don't want to get into NBA talk. I know football season's here, but I will say this one thing. That I do agree with you. I listened to this morning show about it. I think it was a plant because Gary Parrish doesn't talk like that from all that I hear of him. And when he started talking indefinites, I got a little nervous because here's the thing. If that team leaves the city, that city is going to go to absolute mess. I mean, they really rely on the Grizzlies, but I don't want to sit here and talk about the NBA all night. I know it's football season. I'm really glad the season's back. I'm thankful for y'all's coverage and Chase. I hope your Saints go 0-17.
Yes.
Not that I have any emotion.
My man.
But just for your, that hand raise guys show draft night in 2026 might be really fun if the Saints have the number 1
We
pick.
might have to do it 2 years in a row, but hey, let's start cooking. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah. All right, guys. Y'all have a good night.
Thanks,
Later.
Tupelo. That's the only thing I'll say about the offensive line thing at the risk of being repetitive is that this is an issue that goes beyond Oxford, Mississippi.
Can't just watch Ole Miss here, guys.
Yeah, you just can't. Or to think that, hey, Ole Miss should be above it is
wrong.
No, you're just like everybody else, and finding offensive linemen is an issue.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna let it roll there. We were 2 hours and 15 minutes into a show. Thanks to everybody who called. We really appreciate you. We'll have coverage up No, I'm stopping because we'll just keep going forever. We're going to stop here. Appreciate everybody being with us. Thanks very much. We will have another week of podcast to you on Monday. It'll be game week at MPW Digital. Thanks, and Rebels247.com. Thanks to Comer Heating and Air, Southern Air Conditioning and Heating for sponsoring the show week after week after week. We'll be back with you on Monday. Have a wonderful weekend. Until then, take care.